that is what they wanted to do. Because they want to cheat, they want to cause mischief in the country.
Right.
And after them boss it now, and I may blame the permanent secretary, God, permanent secretary should have say, this decision is before cabinet and I cannot speak on it. She had go on and answer. She should have keep answering the question same way.
How long she did it?
Long time. She did a long time.
She not ready for retire.
One of them Munchie. Show one of them from them time.
Thank you, Godson.
All she had to do was say, this is before cabinet and cabinet will respond. No matter how much question they ask, this is before cabinet and she are going to details and tell them, but Kabontin even ask her, Joshua. Is it true that is 500 million? Is it true that is 500 million US they're asking for? And she keeps saying I cannot confirm that. All she have to say, this is before the cabinet. I cannot discuss it now. Every question that should have be her answer instead of she go down in the details with the matter about and the JPS don't really have any leverage because they need the government. She don't need to say none of that. Cabinet will respond. That is why Darrell Bass had to put out a statement, before in ready, because Bunting hear about it and run, go leak it to the media and to the PAAC, and then you have Philip Paul will come out and put it.
Me hope Darrell not give them no extension, because they robbed last year, They robbed last year, No, what hold them for deserve it last year? We have so much problem with them, Munchie.
No extension.
Look how much problem we have. And we have to put them to the fire.
All right, so let us not get emotional, Olympic.
No, we're not getting emotional, Joshua, but me just say one more thing.
Not you, Munchie.
We have
Olympic is starting to talk about how he got robbed. That's emotional.
All right, that's true. All right, listen to me now, guys.
I have my excuse, sir. I have my excuse, but
let me say one more thing, Tino, then me mute my mic. I am going to say this. We have 80 people over here. No, sir, nobody know listen to we say we are a tribal country. Fine. We have $6 billion US in our NIR. JPS claims to say they want $500 million US fee. Finish what them do. I am proposing, Tino, we lend them this money, make them do what them do, and we collect it on the back end until then contract up. I do not want my government, of which I'm a part of, to give them any extension. The people of Jamaica have suffered enough under this PNP contract that Philip Palwell, Percival, and Krul gave us. We need a chance to negotiate a proper contract that benefits the people of Jamaica, that benefit the private sector so them can produce more and the country can grow. We do not want the JPS to get another contract.
Munchie.
You have one support. Munchie.
Hold on. Let me add something to Munchie. Last night on Nationwide at 5, they asked Mr. Vaz about the extension and all of that. And Mr. Vaz said it. There will be no extension of the current contract. If and when they're going to renegotiate, whether they want to get an extension or not, it will be a new agreement. The old one is done.
All right.
2027.
Thank you, Kingston.
Thank you, Kingston. Let me come in and hear it and thank you, Minister Vaz.
Said
No extension.
No extension of any sort unless it's a new agreement.
Thank you, Kingston 11. In addition to that, the Prime Minister said something in not this press conference, the one before. All right. Not the one that was held 2 days ago, the one before that. Where he mentioned about JPS don't expect to finish their jobs until sometime next year. I don't know how many of you heard that part.
Yes, he spoke about it in the press conference.
Right, and he was speaking about the need for, in a tongue-in-cheek way, the need for utility companies, to probably get additional resources financially. And he was talking about expediting the process and, cutting off, shortening the process by at least 2 months. So instead of it going as far as was projected, give them the necessary manpower. And the Prime Minister said in a tongue-in-cheek way, if we have to get them the resources that is necessary.
Yep.
To get
increase
it done.
Numbers, reduce time.
Thank you, Joshua. I never hear that. Thank you, Joshua.
Increase numbers.
Thank you, Joshua. No extension.
Right.
He said increase numbers, Joshua. Remember that. Increase human resource, reduce time.
Right. So basically that's what he's saying. So sometimes we must listen in between what is said and listen to what was not said explicitly, and you'll get the gist of what is being said.
Okay, me get what you said, Joshua.
Right?
Everybody get what Joshua said a while ago? He's saying that the Prime Minister would have
I get him
answered
say,
that
and I want to add something to
question.
that.
Beg you a minute. Tino, they want to say something.
Olympic will
Yeah, right, go
clarify
ahead.
something for our listeners. Dimi, let him
I don't know if you want to go first, Godson, or you want Tino go first.
One moment, Dimi. Olympic will was clarifying something for the listeners, so let him clarify it and then you run on. Olympic way.
Yeah. Me lose my chain of thought. Somebody go.
All right.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Dimi.
No, it was, you don't know who first one go.
I should something real quick. Before the hurricane, the people them start going to work. What did I come out and ask everybody? Didn't I ask where we see Jamaica the next 4 months' time? And did you hear what the lady Joshua just played? So Jamaica is way ahead. She has been through big countries, small countries, and no country has it like how Jamaica have it. Let me tell you something. You see, we Jamaicans, we always doubt Jamaica and always doubt say Jamaica can have the capability to do things. We need to stop that. Because Jamaica has been the benchmark and the forefront for every big global country on the face of the earth. And we then used to have to look towards to solve problems for them too. And we have become the ones where always are going like say, we have to look to big country to solve our issues. Every problem where Jamaica have right now, and we with the rightest so can solve it for Jamaica. And maybe I will say this again. You see these people where we have in these public sectors and in these private sectors and in these government agents, we the Jamaican Labour Party as of today need to get these people out because all them is there for is to sabotage, enrich themselves and talk about government can't take them out of them job. We need to move them out of the today now, man. We're tired of this now. These people are pretty game thing. I have people in a position I run for years and I get coming collect millions of dollars. We should have country that goes so.
It's hard to move them to a team, you know. But you know what I think about team. Tell me if me wrong, guys. Tell me if me wrong, guys. Something just crossed my mind going to my kitchen. If JPS now have the money for the 500 million where they claim, all our government have to do in Joshua, give them the money and do like when they do the trans Jamaica highway, right? Sell back the shares to Jamaican people. And make poor people buy back the shares little and make money like what they do with the Trans Jamaica Highway. Buy back
that 20% shares where we still have.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And the 20% buy back more with the 500 million, you know, Joshua, we'll give them, you know. And then we sell back to the people in Jamaica little.
Good idea. Good idea.
Munchie, I've been saying it a long time ago that we will be getting some of the shares to buy. Everything now sell out to foreign again.
Right. Sell it back little to the people in Jamaica, Joshua.
We can invest. Another thing, you know, to bring in the competition, you know, the state can become the owner of the infrastructure, you know, and we lease the distribution rights to different company and break it up.
Yeah, exactly. I've been saying that.
But that's exactly where we are going on Kingston 11. That no one talk about.
And Melissa create a new opportunity with this.
Exactly. And the year 2026 create that too.
Yes.
But what Kingston 11 is saying, Kingston 11 is saying, my people, is that we are going to separate transmission from generation. If we give JPS a contract, we are going to either give them a contract to generate the electricity that we require, and then some other company takes over the distribution, the substation, down there, so forget that going.
We can have multiple companies.
So because it can be it could be parish by parish, or it could be county by county. But it could be done. Me like that thinking then.
You know, if memory serve me right, Kingston 11, anybody else on the platform, I think some time ago, Andrew had said it, you know, they are planning to sell the shares that they have in JPS and in Market Bank and Factories Corporation of Jamaica. Yes, if memory serves me right, I think he made mention about it. So I also want to say something else. I hear Dayton can be on the news. Hey, these people are so confrontational in a subtle way, in a veiled way. Listening to the news last night, them again talk about the 10 million, you know. So the 10 million is inadequate. Hear him now. If there might be a sign can value $17 million. So what is the so what am I trying to say? $17 million spent on something that really serve no purpose, but I think it hard for at home like give people $10 million. And that him I say no.
They can say anything they want. It's down to them. But there is a housing ministry in Jamaica.
Money.
Kingston 11, when you're finished, I want to say something because of what Munchie had raised. But complete
Remember, so Rick's up here too.
Right. Oh, sorry, Rickster. I just want to give Munchie some good news when Kingston 11 is finished.
Go ahead, man. There is a housing ministry under the ministry, the OPM, yes, and there is a government agency which is the National Housing Trust. They are responsible for housing, not the PNP, nor the GLP, and not the Member of Parliament. The National Housing Trust will lead in anything having to do with housing.
And Housing Agency of Jamaica also. Here, sir?
And to think Dayton Campbell container house them when Andrew muted it. To think that he burned it out and now he might recommend it to somebody get ready. What a hypocrite.
All right. So hear this now, gentle folks. For years we have been saying that permanent secretaries cannot be removed. I just did a little bit of legwork a while ago. Right? The Jamaican Constitution provides mechanism for the removal of a permanent secretary with the primary power vested in the Governor General acting on the advice of the Public Service Commission. Now, if you read section 125(1) of the Constitution, the vesting of the power, the authority is vested in the Governor General who must act on the advice of the Public Service Commission. Now, here's the clause, disciplinary proceedings. The PSC, which is the Public Service Commission, is responsible for dealing with disciplinary matters and recommend termination or other punitive measures to the Governor General. The Public Service Regulation 1961 outlined detailed procedures, right? And for such proceedings, while not explicitly detailed as a distinct list in the snippets provided for permanent secretary, specific removal generally occurs following disciplinary proceedings related to an officer's conduct or inability to discharge function. And then there's more information. So what could be considered disciplinary action? If you're clearly trying to sabotage the government, I think that is enough grounds. I will do further research, but that should be enough grounds to recommend that this person be removed from it. So for years we have been saying that there is no grounds for removal, and I too have been guilty in the past. But I decided a while ago, while the conversation was going on.
I just want to ask you something. I know you want to come in, Munchie. I just want to ask you something. Give me it clear. What is the Service Commission and where does the Service Commission located? Whether it's located within the House of Parliament, Minister of Finance, under the what do you call it, OPM. I understand Service Commission because something like with how them deal with the Commissioner of Police or something like that. But just a further insight to that.
The Public Service Commission located in Jamaica.
The Public Service Commission, or PSC.
I'm not hearing you, Joshua. Yeah, talk. I'm not hearing you.
All right. All right. So I didn't know directly, but I have found it. It's located at Hero Circle, which is the Ministry of Finance's office. Right. There are only two government ministries which are located at Hero Circle: Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Finance. It would not be the Ministry of Education. It has to be the Ministry of Finance. However,
may I have a follow-up question when you finish?
go ahead.
Do you think, this is not just for you, but for the panelists, do you think that even with the Service Commission removing the take for instance, like the head of the what's his name? Sorry,
Not hearing it be me.
sorry, I have to come back with the question. Give me about 3 minutes, I'm gonna come back with the question. I'm gonna deal with something.
All right. I guess Munchie.
Make Rickster come in. No, Rickster can come.
Okay.
No, my question is something me type in the chat. And
Okay,
I'm
okay.
so I was so disgusted. The sound muffled?
No, we're here now.
Oh, kaya me hear like an echo. When me I watch something on YouTube, like a record in a parliament. No, the PAC meeting. Me think I did something from 2015, you know. Because me couldn't believe. So we have people like Peter Bunting a chair a committee in our parliament.
Them a chair the PAAC and Julian a chair the PAC.
We couldn't believe.
Would I
really give them the people are rolling out in our team.
Government give them it. I don't agree for them do none of them. Them government to go and go in the constitution.
If PM drop the ball, them we drop the ball on this hour. We shouldn't give them no role.
Because if you notice, Rickster, everything where the PNP gonna PAAC go to Tuesday, them print video, they cut video and put up on all over social media. Oh, the government, PAC member press the government and that, press the government and that. So it's just a fishing expedition just because they want somebody to see them. They're not genuine. Them are going to talk about, PNP mischievous, guys. Them are going to ask the permanent secretary of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security how much person she assess. She says must have 17,000. Damien one of them are going to say no. When they do the maths, that means to say all in the next year, they don't reach the weight, no half it yet. So that means it's gonna be too slow. People gonna still be outside. And all when the permanent secretary explain to them, so then I am more people, the people are in training, them are go longer hour. PNP no want hear that they still say, it's still a move slower. That is why at the start, when me just come and me tell you, PNP would have take out all of them part here. And just go down that constituency and take some PNP people, get them what they forget and thief up the rest. They want to follow the paperwork.
Just before you look for that, please, let me just put the question out there for everybody, and then, but before, is it the same service commission that hired Mr. Chung? And if so,
that's what it's only one service commission,
right? And if so, if removing a permanent secretary, wouldn't the government, be putting itself in a position to be labeled again, just as what they tried to do with Brian Sykes?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is why the government have to be very careful. Me not say you cannot move the permanent secretary and government worker, I am saying that then you go through so many stages, and if you not follow all of the stages, they can carry to the tribune and they can win you and get back them work and get back them back money.
Munchie.
Very, very hard. You have to put your mind to it to move them.
Munchie, you see my analogy. It people are gonna say hard line, But you see, we need to have a system like America. You see, when time labor right win, everybody just pack them bags.
I say it all the time.
Simple. Pack your bags and go. New government in town.
Thank you. I say it all the time. When a new government
problem here, because everybody doesn't work in a government best interest.
That is the only part of the American system we would take. When a new government come in, all of the people that work for Jamaica Labour Party,
bags and go.
Pack your bag and go on a private sector. After the election, if PNP lose again, then pack for them bag and go on a private sector and LP hire more people.
Simple.
That's how it would have been supposed to be. So nobody now fear hide and I pretend like they're independent. Because when you hear the PNP about out and say, oh, the government need to set up a private committee, where infrastructure committee to build back Jamaica and to build back infrastructure. All right. Prime Minister set up the new committee. Prime Minister said he's not going to be the head of the committee. You hear the PNP Abala said Prime Minister shouldn't be the head of the committee. And that them bringing they asked the permanent secretary and the office of the Prime Minister at the PAAC, you know, if the Prime Minister should not be the head of the reconstruction committee. It's supposed to be a private person. Who is that private person I refer to? I don't know.
Everybody political. So anybody where they go take up, even if it's a private individual, them still go have them political leaning.
But who vote for private people?
So might as well just put the prime minister there and call it a day.
But who vote for private person for run the country? Ask you.
Nobody at all.
Axaluna Samba.
If me didn't know say a private person around the country, me no bother vote because it don't make no sense. Me vote. No vote because I want me party in a power, I want me prime minister at the head, I want me member of parliament to walk up and down in a central and I do things. That's why I voted. Me never know say.
I got son, what that?
Who
Somebody baby I make nice.
is responsible for auditing the parish?
The status.
Desmond McKenzie can call for the audit and the auditor general whoever and full can do it, or they can ask a private auditor to come audit them. So you must ask Desmond McKenzie why not do it.
In light of what your mayor said, that them no have no money, and what the permanent secretary in the local government say, that the parish council get a monthly supplementary from the government. Plus, in August and July, they get extra money for hurricane preparation.
Thank you.
But yet, your mayor is saying that them don't have the money. What
Plus
become of that
the
money?
250,000 plus they were told to tap into the emergency money where they should have put.
No, that's a different money, you know.
Yeah, man, me know, but listen, Kingston 11, I bet you can't tell me how
Them
reach
get
the
$500,000 them get
Bet you
$500,000 every month.
Bet you can't tell me how reach the
They get $500,000 every month.
But you can't tell me how reach the PNP municipal corporation. You know, say they don't have no money put on in the emergency part though.
Them don't have the money in there.
They don't have none, you know. They don't have none to go tap into. That is why Desmond McKenzie tell him say use no emergency fund. You hear them now? The emergency fund should not be used, and they don't have none for use. It come like when your mother give you lunch money for go to school, Joshua. When me go to school and my father give me my lunch money for the whole week, by Wednesday me have my favorite dollar. And Thursday, Friday, me not have no lunch. And that reach them. They don't have none.
MunchieB, let me back you with the argument.
Be at it.
Let me back you with the argument. Remember that they're being investigated right now by Mocha. You know? Remember that shortly after they got elected, billions of dollars went missing from 4 parish councils that are PNP led. 4 parish councils. You know, and all of this, I believe, was used for electioneering. In fact, we also have them on tape, right? That was submitted by what's his name? Lawrence Rowe. Where them said
Lawrence Rowe.
Somebody break up, but yeah, they don't have no money, Rickstar, that reach them. May you know, say the PNP Municipal Corporation broke because then use all of the money run election, plus then the amount of NT for some, and then I put down none for rainy day. Can you for the notice the corporation them were ball for money, you know, St. Mary, Chester, Hanover,
Westmoreland,
and Westmoreland.
Yes, you're quick promise for them clean up drive.
Yeah, man.
Let me ask a
Spanish
question.
Spanish town.
St. Catherine.
You were saying something,
Oh God, St. Catherine, Mr. Fio, St. Catherine beer face. The mayor of St. Catherine with the Hungry Belly Council from Portmore go up on the news. Oh, we need some more money. And we need money to clean this and clean. And there is not one video showing before the hurricane, one drink where the councillor clean or the mayor clean. And then come now on TV, Jacob. Desmond do ever look upon them. Desmond do ever look at TV.
Don't forget the $7.5 million that they got prior to the hurricane for cleanup purposes. So You know, do not forget that every single parliamentarian got $6.5 million. So the PNP parliamentarians got 6.5 plus the 10 million that the Prime Minister promised them. So no, 7.5. So that's $17.5 million that they got overall, both in terms of emergency work and to assist the needy. Right? So we must not forget to mention these things. The public needs to be aware.
For the $2 million for the water, Joshua. The $2 million for the water.
Oh, speaking of the 2 million for the water, Godson, you know, see the one bunting come a parliament a cuss Jamalco because they go call Jamalco and say, when we hear so una distribute water, tell me where we're gonna give water so enough bad give. Jamalco don't look pan him. Him bakes a Kabul because you know what distribute him no one distribute no water, you know. Say my in one jump on Jamalco bandwagon, Jamalco don't even acknowledge him. You know how can the member of parliament be in a constituency and when they write to the private sector, when they write to a business, they don't even acknowledge the member of parliament. Excuse me. You know, guys, I don't want to change the topic, you know, guys, but you know, I realize I don't know if the PNP, MP, them delusional or what, or they think we're still in the 90s under Percival Noel James Patterson. Now, I saw a video on Dwayne Vass' page last night and then later the midnight. Somebody can go look. He put out one video and say, minister was in his constituency yesterday and the day before, and nobody told him and nobody organized with him and nobody consult with him, and they were there giving out packages at the JLP area and nobody consult with him. I'm like, excuse me, we're in the law. Are we in the constitution? I don't know. Somebody guide me to it. Where it say, thank you, Rickstar. Like him is a Dan. I did not know that you have to tell the member of parliament when you're going in the constituency. Where the PNP MP, who tell them there's something? I wonder if Mark Golding tell them there's something up at 89 all those road though, guys. I've never seen all my life I follow politics from 2007 and I never heard that.
Which brings me to what I said earlier. Well, Joshua, which brings me to what I said earlier, may I answer Rickster. They think that being the chairperson of every committee is a given and is warming time. They have to make them know that the officer, it was not given, it was a token by Bruce Golding. It is not a law.
But Godson, I am saying, right? But Godson and panel, I am saying, the minister or nobody, not even me, MunchieB, do not have to tell no MP say they're going to constituency go give away nothing. What is wrong with the PNP?
So them feel like them for no say for come. That's why them feel like them should be the chairman of
the minister.
I don't understand, Joshua.
The minister in capacity as minister of social security or whatever. Can't go anywhere, don't give away anything.
But Rickster, all if me and you are going in the capacity of me and you, Pam.
Any minister.
No. We don't have to tell him. The man make one video no go look.
The man get on labor right.
The man, and then hear him now and hear him now.
The man get on labor right place. Here's a PNP. What you want now?
Hear him now, and I get to understand that the minister was in labor at a labor right yard, giving out care packets. So
what? Then they have PNP and not give PNP alone care packets.
The problem is, guys. The problem is, Joshua and Rickster. At the start of the distribution on the 29. My government under the leadership of Andrew Michael Owens, can I blame him, did say, oh, this is Jamaica first, and everybody got damaged, and we have to work together, and unity.
Guys, I'm getting puzzled. Tap up the live for me, please. Tap up the live for me, please. Thank you. I'm getting puzzled.
Tap up the live, guys. Me, MunchieB, Joshua, as I told you last week. The first when me thank the Lord to save my family is look for my green shirt the next morning because I know PNP because me used to be a PNP. So when me see my government a dilly-dally around with the PNP and me see Dwayne Vass a whisper in that Pernell hears in a parliament and me see Nikki Shan up with her mouth lip, oh, and I cry. They never trick me. They never trick me, Rickster, because they cannot trick me because I know PNP, they cannot trick me. So when the first week of distribution and the PNP MP them happy and a gallivant on a Westmoreland and over everywhere and a collect care package and PNP belly full, PNP start to sell aid, PNP sell chapalin for 10,000 a one. Me say okay. So now that the labor rights are hungry, what are we going to say to the labor rights now at the next election? Then me see my party get up. Me see my party get up, Rickstar. Everybody from town jump up. I don't know who wake them up almost a cock. And
Long
time we are telling something on the ground because labor rights are hungry in Westmoreland. Labor rights in Hanover now get nothing because if we don't go on one official chef page, you don't go look where the MP down there do. You see just a good care package from PNP vehicle. George Wright come out and ball out. A long time me I say it. So I don't understand how doing Vaz. I mean, you say Bali just if we change your name to Bali just now. Bali just she put out statement too and a complaint say, oh, ministers coming to the constituency and I tell them, who is them?
They use a tactic first, you know, the first thing you do is well, I say, he'd come down there and George Wright hijack it.
Lie and tell pan George Wright. Should they want to silence the labor right them?
And just say to do it in the house, you're lying. There's no truth to it.
Well, if we go back, go watch the video when put up and bring it back up and say that proof say I wasn't telling any lie. I'm going to tell you something when we realize with labor rights. And it come from Edward Siaga days. Labor rights too timid and afraid of backlash. Look here, I'm not afraid of backlash, you know. Me not afraid of what they want to say about my prime minister, you know. As long as into soft man, I want nobody call their name. I'm afraid. Me no want good pretend like that, like my MP used to do that. My MP used to say, oh, I'm MP for all, and you no notice I have to bring her up every day because I'm my MP and me go up at the school up there to go vote. No one come with me. So me talk about my MP, you can't stop me. You no notice from the storm. Who know your gun for about my 4 councillors them down here, my 4 PNP. Who know say them? Who hear about them? Who sit down at them? Me MP not look on them. Me MP not even a battalion. Me MP are going to the 4 division and she do her work and she give out aid and she assess and she talk to shut-ins, she talk to old people, she talk to young people and she get the job done. You know, see anybody from Central are making a video and about all they hungry and you know CMP? Me see someone doing a content where they up on the news I go talk about oh they need more help and more political help. Me ask them what kind of help they want if I rather put them in the water down, underwater down, they don't get me mad. What kind of help they want from the MP? Where MP if you can do? Come pump out the water, they need to wait until the water is.
Them are go say. JLP love talk about them are go say this and them are go say.
Then too easy if you frightened.
Them are go say.
Too easy if you frightened.
PNP busy with JLP you want to say?
Too easy if you frightened, man. Everything them about them afraid of backlash. Damn if you do and damn if you don't. Go on the ground and help the labor rights on the ground.
Hey, Munchie, you know, it's a Dimi. Kind of update Munchie about the conversation we had about 20 minutes before she came up.
Me no, I better than say me MP I give you labor right than they say me MP nah do nothing.
Aye, same way.
I think it was about the one with the where we're talking.
No man, the exact thing that you're talking about, I would say it's full time that labor right now start prioritize labor rights.
Of course, Joshua. With no apology, we don't care. With no apology.
PNP never
you know I'm not a tribal person, right? Munchie, you know I'm not a tribal person.
I know.
And from you hear me say it, say listen me full time. Then you know it's about bad because I have videos. The same video what you have, I also have it.
Exactly.
Right? I got it from one of my sources. Right? And I'm telling you, say boy, this is what PNP doing. In fact, Jess had a list.
Yes.
Sending out. You know, sending out and if you're on a PNP, you couldn't get anything.
Yeah, PNP are working with them canvas list for give out aid and labor right more dry. I was very upset when me hear about it, Joshua. I was very upset with my government because our government in a power, no labor rights supposed to hungry. And I said that with no apology, we must go up on the ground and help labor right. We not someone to help PNP, but look out for labor right too.
Munchie, because I'm busy, but there's an article that was written, but that was written by Balfour, where they were trying to chastise our guy that were running a call some other seat, Delano Seabright. Delano Seabright was saying the exact thing to Bruce Golding. So listen, you're not going to have people who not aligned with your thing in certain sensitive position, they're not going to look out for you.
Thank you.
Listen, you know, me have to stop and go look for that article.
Look for it and go and read it.
Professor Mills was saying that in 1976, D.K. Duncan, Minister of Mobilization, get up in Parliament and say, listen, nobody in a fee ministry when they align to the socialist thing work there. Every one of them have to be socialist.
Right.
And so on. Yeah, man.
Yeah, of course. But labor right too shy and I mean no say Andrew Holness have to be careful and backlash and whatever, you know. But there's a way to do things. We then can't do things like me, Joshua, put on green shirt and go give things. Cause me a ruffian. Put on a nice button shirt front, blue shirt, pink shirt, purple shirt, and go on the ground and give out to labor right. You know nobody follow me up in my green shirt. You know can't follow me.
Munchie, this is going to surprise you. I am now saying to labor right, wear your green shirt because I see the PNP them wearing them colors.
I mean, I take off men, no Joshua, so you know me already.
Me is dating in our color, Mrs. Jess in our color, the lady down at Hanover in our colors. PNP is doing it. So we need to do it and make them see. Full time.
No, look, Joshua.
And you know I wouldn't say this normally, but this time we must not.
Of course.
Let them cuss. Because they are doing it.
Right now, me see people, me see Newell write something sent to the media and put on Chris Brown name panic. And me don't know say Chris Brown don't write nothing because Chris Brown look like he eat half Hall of Fame lunch when breaks time and sit down and look for the pitney. You know look smart. So and Newell write it and had on fee name, say they want care package round. You know hear that? St. Mary Southeast and St. Mary Central are asked for care package. And jealous, the hungry belly come ready around the jealous when they hear about the good care package and don't go on down. So then wish they could go get some, you know. And remember, they're not getting hurt. If you go and go do their work and go and put out their land and go and go get them.
What about care package and then all
they say they want, you not hear about it, Rickster?
People are not easy, you know.
Rickster, not hear about it.
Come ready
on a Central and down a Southeast St. Mary put out a statement say they need help as well and they want care package.
Them people are terrible. Terrible.
Munchie, I'm going to tell you something, and for sure say it's either them not ready for the job or them dishonest or both. Right? I was campaign manager for two candidates, one councillor caretaker and one MP caretaker at the time. Right? And me can tell you, once people know that this is what you're doing, it's not hard. It's not hard to get donations from business people. Me can tell you that personally. So for them to be coming and saying, boy, them need care package from X and Y, that means them either incompetent or thief or both. Because
look here, Joshua. Something they come with them when I said me, I look for, you know, I have something them I look for eat, but I'm busy with them.
Sir Munchie, just to confirm what Mickey said a while ago. Steve writes, disappointed. According to a 2011 Jamaica Cleaner report, the long Steve Wright, who worked in the Prime Minister's office, was disappointed that Golden was not providing enough jobs for the boys, especially specifically a U.S. Embassy cable from October 2009 records Steve Wright telling U.S. officials that JLP stalwart and supporters assume some of those posts held by known PNP operatives. In other words, some JLP supporters felt Gordon was not replacing PNP aligned civil servants.
Guys, tap up the live for me, please. Tap up the live. Thank you. Tap and share the live.
He was the G2.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So that's I think that's the article Nicky was alluding to.
Yes, I find it. Munchie, I said it was written by Martin Henry. He said G2K President Delano Sebright has been generally roundly criticized for his views expressed in social media and WikiLeaks from a 2009 exchange with a U.S. Embassy personnel that known PNP supporters in the public service should be removed and the job be given to labor rights. His own party has distanced itself from the comment made on social media, and Sebright was reprimanded Let me scroll it and read because some important things in it.
Yeah, man,
Alright.
read it.
The October 2009 cable says Delano Seabright, a Jamaica Labour Party insider who works in the PM office, told embassy official that the general feeling within the JLP was that Golding has wasted valuable time pursuing elusive political consensus with an opposition party unwilling to accept its fate. And as a result, after years of toiling for the JLP supporters are expect to assume some of the posts held by the known PNP operatives. That cable was delivered soon after Prime Minister Golding announced a plan for the rationalization of the public sector. Later on, using social media, the G2K president reiterate that, listen to this, that if we continue to keep these people in sensitive positions, then all this does is to maintain the status quo of Jamaica being a PNP country and the JLP running the risk of being a one-term government. We won the election, which gives us the opportunity to implement policies that we sold to the electorate. These policies, listen, these policies cannot be led by PNP functionaries and their affiliates dressed in civil servant suit. Man, it's totally correct.
And them see one bring down Bruce, don't forget Mickey.
I'm perceived as being impartial. The man is so correct. All right. All right. So this when Delano was still in short pants, Gladstone Mills University of the West Indies professor of public administration and one-time chairman of both the Public Service Commission and the Electoral Commission, who had started his professional life in the public service, delivered the 1997 Grace Kennedy Foundation lecture on Westminster-style democracy, the Jamaican experience. Professor Mills devoted a major section of the printed lecture to politicization of the civil service. In that section, Mills quote from a minister of government who in the 1970s had been faced with a certain dilemma of employment and deployment in the civil service to satisfy the need of the new direction of the government. To satisfy the need of the new direction the government was then embarking upon. The Minister of National Mobilization, Dr. D.K. Duncan, declared in Parliament in 1976, several years before Delano was born, he said, in a Ministry of National Mobilization in a socialist government, it is very difficult to employ somebody who is not a socialist. I make no apology. Every single employee in the Ministry of National Mobilization is credentialed as a democratic socialist, clear and pure. Mills was writing about the Robert Pickersgill Committee of Political Purity. This is what Mills had to say about that committee. Concerned about the controversial issue of commitment versus competence as one of the selection criteria in appointments to statutory boards and committees were intensified during the latter part of the 70s. Following the 1976 election victory, the PNP created a party accreditation committee. The Pickersgill Committee of Political Purity, as it was dubbed, evidently had the task of screening candidates to ensure that appointees were of impeccable political purity, right? So basically, there's more, but that's the important point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well done. That is why I'm telling you, guys.
When Christian Joshua come,
them same public servant they bring down Bruce Golding. And them same public servant they used to leak every single thing we go on the ministry to the PNP. And them same public servant they did want to try bring down Andrew Holness in our first term. So that is why I agree with Delano Steve right then, and I agree with him now, and every single Jamaica Labour Party and government member, everybody need to wake up and know, say, if the permanent secretary of PNP, dog, name your supper, because they're not going to work to help you bring out your mandate. Because as I said before earlier, somebody in the ministry leak it to the PNP, say the JPS is asking for an extension. What do you think, say, somebody in the ministry tell the PNP that? That is why the PNP had that question ready for the permanent secretary when she came. So they still had do it. So when me, not say we, the Andrew Holness labor right, come out, Mickey, and I tell the government, say, break up on the folly ground and stop with the foolishness about God party and government and then lock up Belmont Road tight, and look like a hurricane, Melissa dash, wash where the key for Belmont Road, up the lock tight. There's something that piss we off. Cause if I want with PNP, then I lock up at 89 all those road, you know. If you go up there right now, you'll see, you go front there, you see they have their staff there, take name and take information and take mix up anything.
Our food around there is the same way.
And food, a cook and super cook and John Pollock open the gate for you. Then we'll lock up at 89 all those road. And every time the election done, JLP lock the Belmont Road and go about their business with the key.
Then I like poverty headquarters.
We sick and tired of them, man.
Munchie, let me correct you on that. I have been to Belmont Road quite a few times, even when it's not election time. That's not altogether accurate.
Look here, I mean physically lock the door, you know, Papa.
They lock the politics.
Come off of the ground and stop play politics, so that me mean.
Okay.
Yeah, so that me mean, man. PNP never stop playing politics, just so you know that.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, but we, we're going to talk about, and government, and, government, and I make PNP a trick way.
We need a team to play politics. We need one 4 or 5 somebody were active.
Richter, I want to strike a parallel with what was read and commented on by Munchie. Read by
go ahead.
Mickey, Demi, and commented on by Munchie. Because we must understand history, how it works, so that it can inform the present. Right? Listen, National Socialist German Workers' Party, commonly known as the Nazi Party. Anybody know what that was?
The Hitler Party, that.
Yeah, it was Hitler Party. What is the commonality between it and the PNP?
Volleyball.
It says socialist. All right. So I am going to read something and make a connection. Hitler's concept of racial purity was a central and extreme element of Nazis' ideology, built on pseudoscientific theories of racial hierarchy that classified humanity into superior and inferior race. This concept, detailed in his book Mein Kampf, promoted the idea of a dominant Aryan master race and aimed for the biological purification of the German nation. And it tells you about the core belief, the racial struggle, and those who are inferior. The PNP has a very similar concept. It's just that it's based solely on politics. Hitler started right there also with his Socialist Party, wherein he believed that the Aryan race was pure and superior to any other race. How is that connected to the PNP? The PNP believed that if you're not a pure PNP, as was read by Mickey, then you should not be a part of what is happening in the hub and the engine of Jamaica. And you should be purged from any hierarchy in Jamaica and anywhere of influence, including the judiciary, the police force, you name it, right across the different agencies. And as such, they have placed all their people in the respective places, the civic groups, etc., etc. And their responsibility, and that is why they have activated their cells. We're seeing it all around us. And if those who are on social media now remember, right after election, I came on this app and I said, if we think that it's time to rest, and I paraphrased it then, if we think that it's time to rest, our work just begin, because PNP is going to ramp up their campaign machinery now. I said it immediately after election. And that is what we're seeing around us. We're in PNP believe, according to Bobby Pickersgill and Damian Crawford, that they believe that PNP, it is best for PNP to rule at all times, right? And anything that they must do to keep PNP in power, including lying, sabotage, purging, they are going to do it. This is no different from what happened in Nazi Germany, when Hitler believed that it was best for the Aryan race to rule, and they would lie, spread propaganda, purge. And part of the purging process was to take life as the PNP did in the 70s and wanted to do because I believe that that 253 thing that was seized was part of what they had intended to carry out. Thank God for the new equipment that we have received. And so we must not find it strange what is happening now with the incorporation of people in England and the new persons who have come out on the app telling lies because they have activated all who they can for the purposes of achieving their objective. And I land right there.
Well said, Joshua. Well said. You couldn't say it any better. All of these new people we see a pop up and a pretend like, oh, they're there about the country and they care about hurricane relief. Nothing no go so. Because the people of Westmoreland were already going through a rough time before Melissa. Melissa just made it worse. The people of Westmoreland under the People's National Party and Percival Noel James Patterson was already living in a deplorable condition with no running water, no proper housing, no help. Where then did they all this time? Then come no one control them, them burden for Andrew illness, like say Andrew put them in a boardhouse to live. And they're not genuine, and that is why I'm gonna be very hard on my party, Joshua, because I cannot understand how the government do never see this coming and we see it from a mile away. Me not say Prime Minister must put on green shirt because he's the Prime Minister for all. But everybody behind the Prime Minister supposed to know so they must go and go pay them politics. Our Prime Minister and must keep clean and pure and leave the dirty work to us. We supposed to watch and look and make sure say. Rick Trigger say, Munchie, me soon get my bed down and content because yes, Trigger, the water to rather soon finish pump out the water down there for them because then down there ballers say, oh, the political representative nah do enough. I don't know what they want Rhoda to do because me sure say Rhoda come out and put out statement and say they move out them things and then things in a storage or keep and everything. What else the government cannot do nothing more?
Munchie. Those are PNP activists, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I know this. Look at Westmoreland. Look at Hanover, where you and the other side of Manchester, where you have dominant PNP MPs, right? And none of these cries are out there. But the one that had the Labour Right MP, that's where the cry is. And that's the hardest working out of all of these MPs. This is deliberate. They have been activated. That is why they go on the media. This is part of PNP strategy, right? And I'm going to point out something to you. I don't know how many of you know that the PNP has a demonstration planned for the 24th of July next year.
What am I demonstrating, say?
Yes. They already they are using a different name where they want to see if they can get 1 million persons to join them in a march in Half a Tree Square. Right?
Then I think I'll get 500.
No, man. They will pay people to come out. Them and them activists. But hear what I'm saying. A government, and I want to educate persons to show you that this is not about concern for Jamaica. And I'm exposing the folly. Right? A government is judged, a new administration is judged by how many days? The first how many days, Munchie? Because you know.
100.
The first 100 days. Within the first 55 days, what happened within 55 days of this new government's tenureship?
We reached 55 days already?
We passed it. But the hurricane struck.
We didn't even realize.
The hurricane struck on day 55.
Yeah.
Of this administration, which means that we did not even reach the first 100 days. And the PNP planned a demonstration before the first 100 days.
But Joshua, I say when I did that nice piece of job, when I surf in the net and go on the World Bank site and Twitter X, and the World Bank have to put out a report clearing up a lie that came out in a major newspaper in Jamaica.
No,
a TVJ put it out.
Tell me, and I will say the name of the newspaper, because you're not lying.
A TVJ do it.
But Joshua,
call the name of the newspaper so that we expose them.
But Joshua, what they have done, what they have done is something that we should be celebrating as Labour Right, because that's what I know. The World Bank and other people will see the lies that what they are doing to the government is pure lies.
No, let me tell you why we should not celebrate. I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
The World Bank work with figures and analytics.
Yeah.
Right? The average person on the ground is easily misled.
Yeah, man.
That's not a good thing. Right?
No, but
in addition to that, just this morning, somebody here where I am told me that a friend of theirs who is an American, not even a Jamaican, was criticizing the Jamaican government for something that was false until it was cleared up. And how it was cleared up, the person came to me and asked me about the matter. And when I explained to them, they said, all right, can you give me that information? And I say, yes. And them said, because I need to send it off to this person for them to understand that that information is false. Right? Jamaica is getting a bad name because of the PNP. I am telling you that a lot of the people who used to have that great respect for Jamaica, they are not seeing the Andrew Holness government as PNP would like it to be. They are seeing Jamaica in a negative light. Right? When PNP is trying to agitate the nation to have revolution, there are a number of negative spin-offs to that. Right? And let me tell them, because it's not just revolution, you know, they are talking about physically harming the head of state. Physically. And there are a number of things, because if there's an uproar, even if it's just a removal and not the loss of life, the rating agencies. So even if PNP believe that they will be in government, the rating agencies will look on and say we can and issue a downgrade to Jamaica. In fact, the rating agency have already downgraded us just one step. We are no longer at positive. No, we are no longer at right. We are no longer at positive but stable. Or the reverse. Right? So we have been downgraded just a little bit. Right? And if PNP continue this, it is their family members, their children, their mommy, and they themselves will feel it. When they think that it is, and when PNP do all of this thing, God forbid that they should do it. What happened in the 70s when we had capital flight and brain drain will be revisited upon us. And this same PNP will turn around and say, is America sabotage them when it's a lie? Right?
But Joshua, remember, you know, that is why people like Karen Cross and Michelle, they don't like them, you know, because they said, listen, these are the same people who tell say them rather go up on me and say them rather burn down the PNP and build it back, you know. So, and that's the same thing they're taking towards the country, you know. They rather destroy the country, you know, to get in power, you know. So they rather destroy the PNP to take it over, burn down the PNP to take it over. And that's what they did. And they're coming with that same thing now in terms of government, trying to burn down Jamaica to take it over.
And I'm going to say something real quick. Who is the owner for that? Make them operate the way them is. Isn't that the Jamaica Labour Party? Isn't we make them remain relevant at all times when we have the foot in their neck for broke it? We always ease them up. Why we can't put the foot in their neck and squeeze hard until you hear the skull crack, or the neck shiver from the near there, the spinal cord them.
It's a little more than that, no, my brother. It's a little more than that. They have a well-orchestrated, well-oiled propaganda machine, right? Where they lie continuously, and not only lie, but they are paying others to tell lie for them, right? They are reaching out to people, and they are even doing what is known as deep fake video, which is an which are AI-generated videos, right? Just to carry the falsehood that they have created, right? Their interest is not about Jamaica, you know. It's about getting in power so that they can get their hands on the NIR and the country's resources, as they did in the 70s, where in 2 years after Michael Manley took over, the country was broke. And under PJ Patterson, where 5 years after PJ took over, the country was almost broke again. Right? So it's twice, you know. So we have seen this picture before, and it never ended well on both occasions.
And that is what Jamaica Labour
they're lusting after is after the NIR, the fat kitty. Why do you think Mark Golding was telling us? Right, and thank God that this Prime Minister is level-headed and never follow the folly. Was telling us stop paying out the debt so fast and take 20% right and give to the poor, right? That same money, you see, we have need of it now, right? And we're gonna have need. And in addition to that, now he also they did not want us to purchase the insurance bond. In fact, they ridiculed the government.
Of course, I remember when Dr. Clark went to Japan, I think, Japan, one of them Asian country there, go get the investment. And when Dr. Clark come back, it's in a parliament, somebody should bring it up and address the parliament about what the ban and explain to it. The PNP saying that Dr. Clark is not focusing on the livelihood of the people of Jamaica, and the people of Jamaica is suffering now. He must do something to reduce the suffering. They never want you not about no catastrophe ban. Somebody can go back. The PNP, that I remember clearly, Joshua. The PNP did not want to hear about the catastrophe ban because it was right in the time when Mark Golding just win. And Mark Golding number one agenda was that people are suffer. Inflation was high and people are suffer. People cannot buy food. And Dr. Clark must focus on people's lives and blah, blah, blah. They don't want to hear about it.
Of course, that argument was a lie. We must not forget to remind the people that they were all lies.
Yeah. Right? So now they come and talk about, no, all of a sudden the PNP, they must say, why aren't you not spend up the money when you get for the insurance? So my question to them, what if Andrew never pay this insurance? What did they phone talk about now?
You know, there's a lesson I think Jamaicans need to learn in a Munchie. And I think you have mentioned it on your platform when you used to have the nightly podcast, is that anything the PNP opposes, it's a good thing.
Yeah, man.
Right? Yeah. And history has proven itself. In the 60s, when we were supposed to build the Sandy Gully bridge and the gullies, PNP ridiculed the government then and called them gully government. When we were supposed to create NIS, PNP call it sin. Now, NIS is what looks out for the poor with certain social net, right? PNP ridicule it and call it sin. When the Mandela Highway was supposed to have been a 6-lane highway, PNP cried down. When Andrew came in, he had to expand it because we didn't have road broad enough to hold the amount of traffic. The same highway that PJ Patterson is boasting on, there should have been a flyover from Constant Spring all the way going downtown, right? All the way going downtown. And PNP criticize it, yet PJ Patterson want to come brag about highway that he's not the father of. He's the father of toll road in Jamaica, and even so, in a sense, he was not, because the first toll road was in Clarendon. That is where we have toll gate, right? Winston Jones Highway existed before that. The Mandela Highway, as we mentioned earlier, existed before that, right? But PNP has always opposed anything that's good. Same thing for Portmore. When the community of Portmore was supposed to be built, PNP said we want to carry people over there, go drown them off in a swamp. But PNP now want to take credit for the very thing that they ridicule. So if you want to know how good something is for Jamaica, look at what PNP criticize and oppose, and you will always see that is a good thing.
Sure. Remember when the Prime Minister first talked about container houses? Remember it was a PNP again, under the leadership of Mark Jefferson Golden and Dayton Campbell. Say, the Jamaican people don't want a container house. They want big house like where you have a Beverly's and Joe. Where you go with container house, the people want black house like where you live, you disrespect the people and about container house. Remember clearly, you know.
By the way,
also, sir, just for cut you in. Also remember, you know, it was Swampy G that wanted was to allocate lands in Portland to put the people them in swamps to drown like where I go on right, you know, Melissa, you know. Remember, you know, I did allocate and say I have lands put where to put the people them of Jamaica in, you know, to make them go drown, you know. So if remember them things that we know.
I think the government, Joshua, should organize, not the government, I think the Jamaica Labour Party up at Belmont Road should organize themselves and get them ball rolling, because we cannot wait until 2 years before the election that we start to come and road and talk to people. We must stay on the ground and talk to people constantly, because PNP no come off of the ground, you know, and remember you just a PNP activate all of the sleeper cell. So PNP have people all over the country. See this a new Batman one from England arise. Yeah, then the hermaphrodite down in Florida. You have the heavy tongue lean neck one over America when you're foot a hype. And then you have the big one, the big swim around Stefano over YouTube and Bolly part the little ticky one. PNP constantly have people putting out their lies and the propaganda and the misinformation while JLP have to just up on the back end and counter. That's why sometimes I just leave certain things because I think we should be putting out our information ourselves and don't allow PNP to put out what them want the people if hear.
And that is why, as you used to do on the nightly podcast, we need to start putting out outside of focusing on counteraction. We need to start having lives where we share what the government plan is going forward. Right? Here, this Liad one, because you mentioned about the container houses, Munchie. This Liad one that is alleged to be Stefano's girlfriend. You know who that?
You the one that thief Miss Gloria money?
Yes, same one. Right? Now that Liad one has a video out right now, both on TikTok as well as Facebook. Say the container homes were his idea. Yeah, it's there. I saw it this morning.
You still a make video in pay Miss Gloria money yet?
Hold on. It no stop there. He went further to say that he had promised 1,000 homes to persons. Now,
where we get money from? Solid.
Man, you jumped the gun, man. You jumped the gun. Now, that is laughable because if you go on Alibaba, notice I'm giving you sources that you can check for yourself. The starting prices for these container homes, without the duties and shipping and all of the associated cost, is $500 US. Starting price. Now, using the exchange rate of 160, that's 80,000 Jamaican dollars. 80,000 times 1,000 is $80 million. No amount of scamming could give Stefano alleged girlfriend that amount of money without him being picked up by the feds.
Point of information, Joshua. When the hungry belly hand out money loving comrade, because that may I call them nowadays, you know, hear the Prime Minister talk about container houses. I know something like what PNP having in their mind, you know, Joshua. Because remember PNP don't do nothing good, you know. Remember say PNP are the chaka government, you know. What our government did was send people to China to talk to different people. Because remember the Prime Minister said at the press conference, say, whole heap of people reach out to him. And the Prime Minister never just say, all right, give me one, you know. Prime Minister send people to China to look at what and what they have done, the different type, different materials, something we can work in Jamaica. Send decent, proper looking something the Prime Minister send go and buy. Not be foolish what them do. Prime Minister send, because in Australia, them have container houses where them build and then test them so that when them have hurricane or tornado, it can't blow down. And then something the Prime Minister send go and buy, Joshua. Not the foolish way here Stefano girlfriend a talk about and Stefano them a talk about. Not the foolish one them lick me scared down there so go and give them where they go blow away. Decent something the Prime Minister send go and sort. That is why it is taking so long and the PNP them upset because guess what happened, Joshua, because you know this like a book. Yes, when Dayton come at Parliament and tell the Prime Minister say buy container house for 5,000 and they use the US dollar, as somebody Dayton know when can get for bringing some so they can get the middleman money and make a money from government. Come remember, say so PNP operating on Joshua. There's always a middleman when PNP do something. No matter where the something sell, the government no go buy it under PNP. Government have to get a middleman to eat a food when PNP in a power.
Let me validate your. Let me validate.
I want to say something there, Joshua.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I want to say two things, but let me say, Richard have been here. Richard, after me finish, you know, if you go wait till one of them response and then you come in or what.
No, man, we wait my turn, man, and continue. Good morning, everybody.
All right.
Morning, Rick.
All right. But oh shit.
My brother Rick and
Okay.
Ross.
All right. So
Morning.
from 2021, the PNP would be going around saying Jamaica suffer. We need this, we need that, right? Never read something, explain to me which one of these that Jamaica is going through. So it said when someone says a nation is suffering, it generally means the country as a whole is experiencing significant hardship or distress. This can refer to several types of difficulty: economic suffering, high unemployment, inflation and rising price, widespread poverty, business closing, people struggling to meet basic needs. Anything out of the first, because it gives you number one, then it gives you number two. So out of the economic, can we say Jamaica is going through any of these, right? Number two, social suffering, increase crime, homelessness, social
Jamaican,
unrest,
no
protest.
disrespect to the Jamaican people. This is we do with proper jerk pork, okay?
We know some black king show you have to do it,
You know, it in your ears.
Outlaw, we know some black king show you have to do it. No matter show up on black king cookies. Outlaw, we know some black king show you have to do it. No matter show up on black king cooking and go like it's yours.
Oh my God, no, bro. That's why Black King no, so no. Once in touch outlaw. Outlaw is just straight outlaw. No change, nothing different. It's me, brother. Same way. The soft, authentic pork, brother. It's me. Best of the best. See? Juicy and nice. Anyway you take it, I me this man. Nobody else outlaw.
Outlaw, be respectful of this Adventist people them up here now, man. What I'm to you. Sure.
Brother, me born Adventist now, brother. Trust me. But me
Adventists are Badventists, Outlaw. Which are
come on, man. You know it, God. You know New Pen people are Adventist people.
The man, the bad Adventist.
You understand me?
But Joshua, I know a few of them, the amount of pork them man they eat, them non-food, I say normally eat pork. Them man they rival them hard, so nothing wrong with say go through. Anyway, let's not shift the emphasis of the conversation. Let's get back to business.
Yeah, enough now.
So you get your fried dumpling, you get your planting. Sorry about this.
If Dimi you want to talk, Jackie can mute, he might talk, man. What you know? Nah, stop it from that.
When Black King I make them dumpling there, I tell you, Black King you need to sue the man for
Outlaw, go on with your business now, Outlaw, man. We ask if it's in a pork, we not go on, Papa. Go on, man. Go eat your pork and go.
Munchie Adventist Outlaw, where you are the file, my sister for?
I don't know where not go on. Outlaw, you now watch the match. Taking
Yeah, Chelsea I lose.
Chelsea win this morning, I say.
Good afternoon, everyone.
No, Dimi was saying something before though. On a serious note.
Go ahead, Dimi.
Marcia, afternoon, Dimi. Afternoon, Gino. Afternoon, Rick Trigger. Afternoon, everybody.
Munchie.
Yes, sister. What go on?
Are you make me really come up, you know?
How go on now?
I know nothing go on. I need to talk to you.
Yes.
Talk to you half the year.
All right, call me on my phone.
Me not have your number.
Oh, if you not have my number, everybody have my number.
Me not have your number.
Jesus. Who for number you have? Tell me.
The phone no may have Joshua number and the phone shut down. Me don't know what.
So who for number again you have?
Yes.
From the day you asked me back for my number, I sent it to you from that day. I don't know what you do.
And I'm telling you that the phone that I had
before. I'm talking on this app. I sent my number to you that day.
Who for number you have, Marcia? Who for number you have?
Me not have nobody.
Which other labor number you have? I really worth have mine next to you.
Me say me not have nobody else number. So what you do? Send it to me. Me need to talk to you. It's very important.
I send it to you in your inbox now, yeah?
Yes.
What over here, so. All right. Yeah.
Really
please just ask Outlaw to move the camera. Cause me don't know if the same fuck I push chicken, I put pork. Me just glad to me know what I do. I don't know.
Contamination, Outlaw.
Yeah, I know when I go on with myself and movie man the one Black King. The Parker touch everything. Pork, fish, gravy. Go on out now. Come off our screen, man. Come off our screen, man.
No,
Watch him
man,
again. I
keep
Parker get it on.
I know defile my sister outlaw.
He pork them from one different table, man.
Yeah, but
I see him fuck.
I see him
But
fuck.
anyway, back to the
Come on,
story,
Outlaw.
guys. Thank you, Black King and Outlaw. So tomorrow. Yes, guys. The container house, them we see PNP, I tell we fi buy. When I know them the Prime Minister buy. Rest assured, a good something with Prime Minister go buy down at China, build from the manufacturer. So no middleman nah get no money. The PNP man but lick on no lips because no nah benefit from this.
Aye.
That is why no vex so no lose the election because all I want to spend out all our money. All them top PNP man where we used to in a construction in come back in and work my packing company kind of confidence mark go win in a Joshua.
You're
But-
gone.
Telling them
Munchie, I
money
don't
for
know what.
money.
Yeah, the man come out of retirement, master kind of confidence mark go win.
Yeah, and he let them
All
money
right, so
for
while
money.
Munchie,
And he say he want it back now and then have it figure.
all right, so Munchie, to validate your claim, I don't know if you remember a few months ago, less than about 6 months ago, Auntie Donna was on this app and on other apps advertising container house in Jamaica. You know, she was actually promoting it. So it seems like you're onto something that the alleged pedo may have connections and hoping to eat her food. Oh, Munchie is no longer with us. What happened?
Joshua.
Rigorous.
Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Demon gone. Demon was making a point. I mean, want him finished, but him gone.
All right, since he's not here, Rig has been waiting patiently for a while, and Rig got an opportunity because he's usually quite patient.
Why look like me I drew up to rat. Anyway, good afternoon, good morning, everybody.
Good after morning, sir. Good after morning.
You do. Anywho, we must as a people we have to understand so this hurricane thing, you know, the Prime Minister can take a knee-jerk reaction as to how people would want him to do. Because the damage is so significant that why, you know, it have to take some deep analysis before he can approach certain things. And as it relates to my district, where the place is covered underwater right now, which is slowly receding. Those people who are boss say them want the MP do something. I know nobody from the district, you know. It is just, as far as me concerned, is a surrogate that the PNP affiliated media house come out and say that because everybody who live there know that when it comes to this water, it have a rise such time and it going recede. No government can do nothing about that. When it done, and you see government intervention or parliamentary representative intervention, then that would be the sensible thing. And I think that we as a people need to move to a more sensible place and stop propagandizing and politicizing the things that we do. Because one, it does make us look foolish on the international market when you have some of the so-called geologists, the lawyers, the doctors of TikTok, the one with the TikTok certification. I come tell you things where it's so far from the truth. And you know, as a result of that, I don't even bother come on here because I don't have the wherewithal to really sit down and listen to them people. Because the time we got listen with, as when I tell Joshua, when we speak at other places, I have to take it and use it usefully. I don't choose to waste it on foolishness. Continue just to also say this to my Jamaican people over there who are, you know, going through the rough time. Somehow we have to get up and start the little things to ourselves. We cannot wait on a demand, say government must go and do this, government must go and do that. We have to play our part until that time comes around. I just land there for now. So, Black King and the rest of you all here, big up yourself. Thank you for the opportunity. But Jamaica have to come back. And these PNP people, let them stop influence your thought and start to think independent as a people. Yes.
Rick, before you go, I think if and I'm going to take a little bit of liberty here. Not the way Jamaicans use the word, right? But a little bit of freedom. Explain to them that you're not just speaking as someone who was unaffected by this disaster, but rather you were severely
Yeah, man. My house is currently underwater right now. So that's why if for those of us who follow me on Facebook, we know I always say I have a water bed. You know, I have a water bed because the whole house is covered to water up to the ceiling. So right now we have to just strip it down to bare bones. I'm gonna sit down and wait for government feet happen. I'm gonna do my part until if I get any intervention, fine. If I don't get none, fine. I have to just get it a moving. And you know, we Jamaican as a people, we need to start to get back to our old Jamaican ways where we get up and be our brother's keeper. We help each other. And get up and start to work and make things happen. Come on, man. Stop. Wait and say, lad, me want Andrew if he can't do this. Lad, me want MP if he can't do that. We have to play our very own part too. You know, so come on, people. Let's get up and get it done. You know. And let me also say this. Also saw a young man posting on his TikTok page, people got trapped in the house. Ain't nothing like that. No one was ever trapped in any of those houses down there. Little material get lost. That can be replaced. But beyond that, no one was trapped.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that clarity because PNP have a doctorate in liology. All of them. And I'm talking the propagandists, not the good ones. Because me hear a lady giving them a hard time this morning, a PNP lady, and then black the lady. Same PNP lady said them black her, you know, because she's trying to correct them. Yeah?
I don't know if my friend Hugh Richards is on the For You page listening. I've not seen or heard from him since the election.
He starts to come back out, man. The wounds have been healed apparently, and in fact, I have a tape in my phone, where he and Mr. Reckless were one night after they thought that no one else was listening on the app.
Oh boy, that's how it goes. Big up yourself, you know. You're on the slave. So Black King and the rest of the people on the app, big up. Oh, fancy face. You're supposed to give me a link, you know what? Yeah. All right.
Me no.
Before the election, you're supposed to give me a link, man. Me send him a number in your inbox. So
fancy face, man, you know you out there link of the man, you know, how I go on. I know you out there link of the man, you know, fancy face. Ring trigger.
Grown folks conversation, sir. Grown folks conversation.
All right. I don't know why she called me name a while ago like more on your voice.
Yeah.
Joshua.
Oh, Joshua. No, I know why you call me name. You call to man before you call to me. I know why you call me name.
No, man, she called to you a long time, you know, Joshua. She looking at chat, she called to you a long time. But you're the first man she called to.
Oh, I apologize, baby. I apologize.
You know, sister, me under you.
Me I get jealous when she called to you.
I saw me over here, yeah?
Jack Frost, how are you, sir?
Hey, Chica, send me a number now. Yeah?
No, saying send it already, so I'm going to check your inbox.
All right.
Yeah.
You have it already, man. So just go work with it. You have it already. Anyway, gotta go. Duty calls. Big up yourself again. Later.
All right, my brother. God bless you.
Bless.
You know, Fancy, what's your contribution, man? Fancy,
where you at? No, she gonna check for ring chicken number.
No, I'm not gonna know every day here.
Ring chicken number she a check for now. Watch her now.
Black tea, you think it easy. Oh, the party are going. Is that nice?
Yeah, man, it a go on with itself.
The rain so far.
A kid thing, but you know, they are going to help out Outlaw.
The rain so far.
No, sir, rain a fall same way. Outlaw out in a rain a jerk chicken. Me not join the one with him at all.
I'm going to put up him umbrella.
Me tell him, put up umbrella him out there, rain a jerk. Me they'll feel like the cola catch me.
Oh, man.
So me not go out the cold, you see?
Hey, Black King, last week, you know, man, we reached 22 degrees here, you know, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I'm not talking Fahrenheit, you know, not even Celsius, you know.
Fahrenheit.
So that is minus Celsius.
Minus Celsius, indeed.
Let's take to the Joshua.
You know me not going to say that on the app, right?
You know you're gonna message your uncle, right?
Right.
They hear you. They hear you, Black King. Oh my goodness.
Me I watch about town. That the first me come. First me come, I'm the first one you call to.
Because I pass go about my business and hear the voice and mess up. But wait, not Joshua that.
My God, you hear that?
And as we stop, you just pick me up and dash me and dine.
They say for the man right on line. And him not even say thank you, Black King, for the position there.
You see the one come with me, you know. And that's the problem,
All right, man. Me I hear you, you know.
You know, I broke out my mother's son, eh?
All right, mother one son. You go on. You are the one son?
No, I'm my mother's son.
May I ask if you are one son?
No, sir. I'm the second of 4 from my mother.
Okay.
But them say it's me going like you, me are the older one. So them say.
All right. It's all right, man. I'll let you on fancy.
About my business later.
Yeah, and I right, but where you go?
Eh?
Where you go? You know, say you're in the right position.
But I don't think of the right one. I mean, for up there, so.
Outside. Hey. Let's say I ride or die.
I mean, for up there, so.
Why?
But soon come back. Give me 10.
All right, no problem. People, I see people out there wishing and making nice about when the Prime Minister go to South Africa. One will go up in South Africa when he go out there. But when you see the Prime Minister in South Africa, he is getting all sort of salute and admiration from the South African people. You get me? Because the one thing can tell me that them love Jamaican and South Africa.
Brother, what PNP, one of the reasons, it's not the only reason, and I wouldn't say all PNP, but Mark Golding in particular, hates the Prime Minister for, is the accolade and the respect that he has on the world stage. That Mark Golding, despite his pale color and his preferential status in life, will never get that kind of respect. And that's the reason for the hatred. Right? And I say it unapologetically because he has proven it to be so. Right? When you can walk around and tell lies on somebody, not once, not twice, but as often as you get the chance, when you have tried to set up an agency of government that is supposed to be protecting the interests of the nation against its leader, when you would go and demonstrate internationally against a country that has helped to make you rich, both morally and unethically and immorally, just because it is that person who is leading it. When you can try to disrespect the person's wife for absolutely no reason, when we have all the reason in the world to try and disrespect you for the alleged relationship with a minor and for marrying a woman allegedly that you didn't want just because she was pregnant. Allegedly. And I don't have to say allegedly, but I will, because I have enough information. Right? Right? And we should have been the ones treating you that way. But our son of the soil was dug himself out of the dirt, starting from humble beginnings. You are disrespecting and not showing reverence to the office that he holds, then what it says to me, it's nothing but pure, as Daryl Vaz would say, bad mind and hatred spewing out of every crevice of your body. No, man. Drop it, Mark Golding, drop it. It's time to drop it.
Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Aaron Cross said, him disrespect Peter Phillips, you know. Run with Peter Phillips, call Peter Phillips boy. No, disrespectful.
His bad mind spilling over into the population as well.
Yeah, man. He's behind all what is going on, you know. He's not offering the leadership. If it was leadership,